Hallo, guten Tag, ich heiße Big Los. Welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Shaper of Dreams. I actually restored the game to right before we went into Caer Estel the first time because I said that we were going to go on the alternate path, not joining the rebels, as a bonus episode, since I have already gone through all of the game that's translated, well, at least as far as we could go. Outcasts, what do you want here? You have no place here anymore. And you? Who are you to come up here? My name is... Don't try to distract us, Erir. We know you just as much as you know us. You will grant us access, or else we will force our way in. I don't belong to these people. Please, guard, I urgently need to... These outcasts won't enter the Valley of Peace, under no circumstances. And whether you... But... So really think you can keep us away from our brother and your dungeons? What is this all about, for crying out loud? That is none of your concern. This is only a matter between these outcasts and our community. Is there no way to settle this peacefully? Enough talk, Eluir. Are you going to signal the golem to let us through or not? Choose your answer carefully. We won't be denied without a fight. You have been cast out, and you know that very well. Outcasts have lost the privilege to enter our village. If you leave this mountain for good, nothing will happen to you. It seems a fight between these elven outcasts and the Guardian with his iron henchman is inevitable. Who will you side with? You have brought this on yourself, Eluir, so be it, my friends. Attack! Now the time to choose has come. Whose side will you join? We've already joined the outcasts, and we know how that goes. I will support the guard in his golems. Alright. Oh, it looks like our air elemental has gone. So we need to... I guess we'll take care of Caerway first. So let's just spam that and we'll
Easy
have
enough.
You... I guess do a knockdown on him. Alright, so Caerway's dead. We just have, looks like, one more rebel warrior to deal with.
No problem.
Why aren't you doing anything? Just spam that.
Time to spill some blood!
Alright, 126 XP. Very nice.
Yes?
Let's grab these treasure bags. Dave's tools. A garnet. And it doesn't look like there was anything with him. Creak. The guard commands. Creak. Alright, Eluir.
Well met.
We were lucky to defeat those misled people. Yes, with my help. I hope it was the right decision to assist you. What was this all about? These elves were outcasts. They had the order to leave the mountains and never return to Caer Estel. There were arguments, a brother had to be arrested for various reasons, and they were not willing to accept that. But I would never have expected an outright attack. Can you tell me more about that? No, these are internal matters. They are no concern of a stranger. But I've helped you. And for that, I'm grateful. You should treat my mistress with more respect. Without her, you would probably be dead now. How about a little gratitude? Please, Jared. Eluir, you mentioned Caer Estel. This is the place I'm looking for the reason I came to the mountains. Could you help me to get in? Get in? Well, I've got a suggestion. If you're able to activate the mechanism, or or that mechanism, I shall escort you down to the golem. I will tell it the password, it will open the door, and we will take you to our leader, Dendayar. He will decide whether you can stay, but only you are allowed to go down. Your company must wait near the golem. Well, that sucks. What? I'll not leave my mistress alone. Jared, it is better to go there alone than not to go at all. What exactly is that mechanism you just talked about? I talked about the portals here at the peak. If you activate the big portal, it will be a sign for the golem that visitors are here, or the guard is returning to Caer Estel. The big portal teleports you directly down to the golem. If the visitor speaks the correct password, it will open the door to Caer Estel. Why don't you activate the mechanism yourself? The elf darts a mocking glance at you. There isn't much fun up here, so I'd love to get a laugh at your expense if you don't mind. You think I won't be able to activate this? You will be surprised. Then take this lever. Without it, it will not work. I'm curious, how long will it take you to figure this out? So you think I can't do it, huh? Alright. We go through there. And we go through there. And then we go through there. Hey, we figured it out. I mean, it helps that we've already done it in the past, right? Alright, let's activate the control panel. There we go. Alright, a word.
Well met.
After activating the portal, you can pass. I will follow you and tell the golem the password. Okay, well, let's just click on the portal. Alright, here we are. I will accompany you to Caer Estel, but only you. It is a great privilege to enter this secret place. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to take all the equipment from Jared. Otherwise, he's going to lose it all. That's right. That's what happened last time. I might have to restore the game. I appreciate your trust in me, Elir. Jared, please stay here with the golem. As soon as I'm done here, I'll get back and pick you up again. Yes, my lady. But what will you do if you need help in Caer Estel? Well, I guess I will have to deal with the problems down there on my own. But if there's something for me to do up here, I'd like you to accompany me as always. Please be careful. I don't trust those pointy-eared elves. I think your distrust is unnecessary in this case. But I will take care of myself. I promise. You turn to Erir, who seems to be amused rather than irritated. My companion will be waiting here. We can go. Alright, then follow me. The elf whispers the password into the golem's ear. Rose Blossom. The guardian opens the door, and you see a narrow path that spirals down a long way. Alright, and we know where to go from here. Oh. We are no longer in control. We are following. I don't even have control over the camera. The tall elf with long bright hair has observed your approach quietly. Although he can't hide his surprise. Erir tells him quickly how you helped him. Dendayar listens to the story with obvious astonishment. Well met. I'm Dendayar of the House of Megillion, and I'm responsible for the safety of this village. I greet you, Dendayar. May I move freely here? You've done us a great service. I would still like to know why you came here. Nobody comes to this place without a good reason. You'll have to decide for yourself whether you find my reasons adequate. Take a deep breath, and then you give Dendayar a rough summary of the things that have happened and how you finally got here. However, you don't mention your special ability. As you see, I'm searching for the elf who appeared in my dream and urged me to find him. I thought that man might be in need of help. Do you know who I mean? You can see in Dendayar's face that he is struggling with himself. How refusal and concern follow each other. What a story! You took much upon you to find that man. How can you be so sure that he even exists? Why do you take all this upon you to find a phantom from a dream? To help him with some unknown problem? I know that it sounds a bit strange, but that man was so demanding and really seemed to need help. You try everything to avoid mentioning your special gift. I couldn't find peace anymore. The dream was so strange, and I was convinced that this elf exists. Your feelings didn't betray you. This man does exist. He is here, in the tower, in a cell. I thought he was in a basement. He got himself into this unpleasant situation, and I say that he still can't be trusted because he broke a promise that he gave us shortly after we had arrested him. You should stay away from him. He only used his ability to use you for his own good. But could I talk to him, please? Deeply in thoughts, the elf stares at the ground for a time and finally nods. You have permission to move around freely. Talk to the guard in the tower if you really want to talk to Erir, but be careful, he is a very capable liar and manipulator. Thank you, I will be careful. Dendayar sends one of his elves out to announce your arrival in the village, and then turns to his guard again. There must be someone here in Caer Estel who supports these deluded people. Supports those deluded people. Yes, it seems to be so indeed, because the entire raid would have been useless without the password for the gate golem. Okay.
Well met.
Erir has granted you a great honor. Don't disappoint him.
I greet you.
And he say, but behave yourself. Alright, so we don't have to worry about walking around here. We go into this house. I believe this is his daughter again. And we can get that key from her. Dania.
Hello there.
As you enter the room, you see a beautiful young elf who's eagerly writing a musical score. When she finally notices your presence, she startles. Oh, it's you! I watched you talking to my father in the courtyard, but I wasn't expecting you to enter our house. Don't worry, we humans aren't as barbaric as we look like. I can assure you that we only drink blood on special occasions, and that we only eat small children on important holidays. What? The young woman turns pale. You realize that she didn't understand your joke as such, or at least seems to be wondering if you were serious or not. I'm sorry, you don't need to fear me. It was only a stupid joke. Your father has allowed me to move around freely and talk to everyone I like. He wouldn't allow someone dangerous to do that, would he? Did he? Odd. He is usually very cautious. You realize that the young woman got over her shock and that her curiosity is not getting the better of her. Blushing, she puts her hand on her mouth. But I'm impolite. My name is Dendayar. My father surely had his reasons to let you move freely here. You aren't going to stir up trouble, are you? I won't do anything that might get your father into trouble. My name is Charisse of Citrion. Is your father held responsible for every misdeed that happens here? No, of course not. He isn't a clairvoyant after all, but he is responsible, and it always hurts him when he makes a wrong decision. But fortunately, that hasn't happened very often so far. Was it a good decision to lock Erir in the tower? You have already heard of him. I have always found him to be a little scary. His eyes are so strange. And when we finally heard about his strange abilities... But that isn't a reason to lock him up, is it? You don't understand. He gathered a few young and inexperienced men around him who admired him like a god. He has made some enemies, and it seems he used his ability to terrorize them until... Till what? People say that he drove his adversaries to commit suicide. But it is very difficult to prove that, of course. Anyway, a lot of people, especially the kin of the dead, urged my father to kill Erir on the spot so that he couldn't cause any more harm. Alright, so we've read all this already in, I believe it was episode 10. So I'm just gonna go through this quickly and see if we can't get the key from her once more. If you want to read it, you could just pause the video. Yeah, this is quite a long dialogue tree here. Okay, we're gonna try this diplomacy. We have about a 50-50 chance here, I think. Failure. Yeah, it didn't work this time. Alright.
Hello there.
Alright, let's... Oh yeah, there's that book again, The Leadership of Neverwinter. Let's go about here and see if we can't find anything that's different. I believe there's still that store that we could go check out. However, we could also go into the tower, which is right here. I believe we should do that first. He said that we can go in and have a word with Erir. Alright. If you come in here going along the other path, and this guy discovers you, you get arrested right away without getting experience points. Alright, so he doesn't come over here to arrest us. Oh, the unknown visitor. I heard that you assisted Erir against those deluded people. That's correct. That is why Dendayar allowed me to move about freely. And what are you looking for here in the tower? You've realized that we are not only here to enjoy the fresh air of the mountains, it is our task to watch what is going on in the Rock and the Great Cloak Mountains. We are protecting Everesca. Everesca? The black-haired elf bursts out in a hearty laugh. Don't worry about this. You'll never go there anyway. There aren't many elves living here in Caer Estel. There are enough of us to defend it against invaders. Part of the security force is on patrol. When they return, the others now resting here will take their place. But there are not only fighters here. I've seen women and even children. Many of them brought their families with them. We have been here for many years and will stay for many more. This has become our second home. Although it's barren, the place is quite secure, so we don't need to fear for our children. But you did not answer my question. Why do you want to go to the tower? I would like to talk to the prisoner, to Erir. Dendayar allowed it. What? With this black-eyed snake? Well, then talk to Aril. He is responsible for Erir. You'll find him inside in the guard room. Thank you. Alright, so let's go this way. And as you can see, we have not been here before. We can't go up there. So, there's Aril. What happens if we talk to the guard?
Is there something you wish?
He says nothing. Enter the golem? Nothing. Alright.
I greet you.
What do you want? Dendayar didn't mention that you would come into the tower. I want to talk to the prisoner Erir. I have Dendayar's permission. Is that so? Why are you interested in Erir? How do you come to know him anyway? I only know him very little. I received a message that he has important information for me regarding a private matter. Ah, really? Then I'm sure you won't mind me being present while you talk to him. This is to make sure that Erir won't tell you any military secrets. I'm not interested in military secrets, and I don't like the thought of discussing private matters while you are present. You don't have much of a choice in that matter. Without me, there will be no talking to him. Well then, it's better to have a conversation with the Watcher than to have no conversation at all. Can I go to his cell now? No. The lower area is for members of the Watch only. I will have Erir taken up here. The Watch Golem goes to the cells to get Erir. He's back. You have the feeling that the elf, although moving with grace, has difficulties to recognize you. It seems his deep, dark eyes are impaired. It's not before he gets really close to you that a surprised smile appears on his narrow lips. There you are, finally. I wasn't sure you would find the way. I was afraid that you wouldn't recognize me. Did I look that different in the dream? Different? No, it's more that I don't have the sharp eyes that are expected of an elf. Fortunately, I don't have this poor eyesight in my dreams, ironically. You're so lucky that not everything in life can be bad, aren't we? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, now I'm here. It wasn't easy to find you. Well, as you can see, this won't be the pleasant, undisturbed chat that you might have hoped for. Be that as it may, I have a lot of questions. Did you kill Kathleen? When I regained consciousness, she lay dead beside me without any wounds. What are you saying there? That's something that's of great interest to me as well. Erir looks disdainfully at Aril, and then turns to you again. By the way, what's your name? Unfortunately, Aril forgot to introduce you. Charisse of Citrion. Very well, Charisse of Citrion, listen closely. I don't feel much like continuing our conversation under these circumstances. I can already see that every word I'll say here will be used against me. They will let me rot here. But you brought it on yourself that you have to sit down there, Erir. You know that nobody feels sorry for you, don't you? Mockingly, nobody. Are you sure, Aril? Maybe there are still some people in the village who feel a bit of sympathy for me, who don't feel like judging me without evidence. What do you think, Charisse of Citrion? Could there be a person like that? Erir's intensive stare, which feels like a demand, seems to burn itself deep into your soul. Suddenly he turns away from you. Take you back to my cell. This conversation is over. Wait! Erir turns around and walks toward the stairs without paying any further attention to you. Aril quickly sends the Watch Golem after him. Well, I guess we're not going to be talking to him that way. We're going to have to get in the cell with him. Well, now that Erir is gone again, what did you say about the corpse? That Kathleen. I don't know. We fell into a mine shaft. She probably had internal injuries and died beside me while I was unconscious. I only mentioned it to get Erir's attention. That doesn't sound very likely, but go ahead and keep your secrets to yourself for all I care. Yeah, you won't get another opportunity to talk to the prisoner. One look at Aril's face tells you that he won't change his mind on this. If you want to talk to Erir again, you'll have to find another way. And I believe we know what other way that is. A book on Waterdeep. We've seen it. And the City of Luskan. We haven't seen the City of Luskan. Although I've read about Luskan in R.A. Salvatore's books. I'm guessing we're not going to be able to open this door, are we? No.
I greet you.
Please stop bothering me. I won't change my decision.
Is there something you wish?
Alright, then I guess we shouldn't dilly-dally here anymore. Let's go this way. So the journal, I don't think will tell us exactly how to get down to Erir. We're going to have to figure it out for ourselves. But as you probably know, having watched previous episodes, we have to get ourselves arrested. Alright. And this is the girl with the birds. You get some XP for letting them go. We've already read all this before. Yeah, these are carrier pigeons. They're locked away, and if we let them go, it's apparently a crime. So why don't we go into the store here? I'm not sure if we need to buy anything or not. Maybe we should sell some things. I'm not really sure what our inventory looks like. It's been a while since I've been to this point in the game. Let's see. Yeah, we could sell a couple of these things. Were these things empty? Yeah, they were. There's a lot of empty stuff in this mod.
Would you like something?
Oh, yeah. We would like to see what you have for sale. Yes, this is the only shop. It's mainly meant for visitors like you. The elves who live here get all the goods for free. Hope you have enough goods in stock. I might be interested in many things. Your products may not be as wide as the ones in your human cities, but I can assure you that we can provide you with the most important goods. Well, then please show me what you have to offer. Alright, let's sell that. Get 5 gold. The bow will get 67. Oh yeah, you could buy the Eyes of the Coven here. That's crazy. With how much trouble I had to go through in Mask of the Betrayer just to get this item. You could buy it for almost 1.4 million gold. How are we going to get that much gold? Well, I suppose you could make it gambling in this game, I suppose. If you had a lot of time. This is 5 and 5. What about this one? This is 4 and 4. I actually think this one would be better if it was enchanted. This one is enchanted, right? Yeah, so this is 5 and 4. Mithril scale, 4 and 5. This is not better than what we have. I don't know, maybe last time we didn't buy anything here either. Oh, maybe some potions. Yeah, maybe that. And a couple of these. And that's it, I think. Oh yeah, we can sell this for 5 gold. How about we sell the rope and get a gold piece for it? Alright, let's leave. There are at least 3 more things in town that we can do. I believe one of them is getting Galodian's bow, so let's get out the horns. It's in my inventory somewhere. Oh, you know what? Jared has it. That's right. Crap. I'm gonna have to restore the game if I want to get that bow. Because if we get him back into our party, all the stuff that was in his inventory will be gone. I don't know why it's like that. It's pretty irritating if you ask me. This is deer.
Greetings of the fair folk to you.
This guy talks a lot about the history of this place. Oh, wow. Looks like we have more choices this time. You look with great interest at all the tomes that are stored on huge bookshelves which are nearly as high as the ceiling. How far can these family trees be traced back? Centuries? Some of them have surely crumbled to dust by now. Oh, looks like he wasn't pleased with us saying that. Huh. Well, I'm not really interested in going through all this again. So let's just go quickly. Oh, that was the wrong thing to say. Okay, that's the correct thing. If you say the wrong thing, it dumps you out. Yeah, he tells you about Erir, so we get a little bit of background about him. And then I don't think we can talk to him anymore. Nope. This is how we learn about the Nemiel family tree, so we can talk to Galodian about it. Well, since we don't have the horns there in the pack that Jared was carrying, there's really not much of a point to talking to Galodian. Although it might put us into there automatically, it does.
This day is your last.
Let's try to get through this conversation. Oh,
This day is
there we
your
go.
last.
Yeah, we don't need to talk to him. Let's go in here. There's a guy in here who helped us last time. I wonder what he has to say this time. This is a Halion.
Well met.
The elf who wears a very fashionable and expensive robe is taken aback as he enters the room. What are you doing here? Aren't you the woman who has slaughtered the young people who wanted to help Erir? Slaughtered? I'd rather say that I defeated them in battle. Now you're here to take a look at the village. My name is Charisse of Citron, and with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Hey, Leon, I must say that I'm not really interested in having a conversation with you. There are several very important experiments I have to finish, so if you'll excuse me... Well, obviously elves can be as impolite as humans. Are you actually complaining about a lack of courtesy? If you tried to abstain from entering other people's homes without their consent, you might be able to find their owners in a friendlier mood. Alright, point well taken. Why don't you get back to your studies? I will surely find a way to entertain myself. For a moment you could see more than just anger in the elf's stare. Then he resigns and turns away from you with a sigh. He seems to mutter a single word. Humans. So does that mean that we can find something in this house? Let's turn on search mode. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there's a rock here. You look at the rock and feel bored. Wow, a rock. That's really intriguing. Wait, what's this? As you watch a sun ray move on the surface of the rock, you discover a small groove in the middle. Intelligence too low. Huh? A groove that forms a line around the rock. No. How strange. It looks as if someone had put this together. Dexterity success. You managed to pull the two halves of the rock apart. Oh, there's a rolled up piece of parchment in it. How interesting. Secret message, huh? This small piece of paper is covered with a narrow handwriting. However, it is written in Esperuar, the Elven runic language. You hardly understand anything here. Hopefully you'll find something to help you. Unless you find a way to decipher the text, this slip of paper won't be of much use to you. Well, there is that library that we could go check out, right? So I don't think there's anything else in the house to discover. So let's exit and see if we can't decipher it inside the, what was it, the family tree house? They might have a dictionary for us in there. No, it's not letting us go in for some reason. There we go. Okay. One of the books is the Esperuar Elven Dictionary. So if we click on it, maybe it'll help. No? How about if we double-click the message on this thing? Good! I could use this to translate the message. Okay, so what, did we lose it? Yeah, we lost the secret message and we got the translated secret message. Password for week 24. Evening sun. I wonder what that means. Evening sun.
Greetings of the fair folk to you.
Are we supposed to go back to the waterfall? And then give her that password, or what? Evening sun. I wonder who we're gonna tell this to. How is this gonna help us? Oh yeah, we haven't talked to these guys. No, they really don't say anything, do they? Okay. Maybe we can talk to Dendayar. He might have something to say about it, but how about we go back here and we'll speak with Halion and see if he has something...
Well met.
You again! I'd like to have a word with you. I have just, by chance, found a very interesting note in a rock. Suddenly, Halion freezes. Ah, I see. So you've used your short stay here very well. Or just well. What would you say if I took this to Dendayar? Don't you think he would be very surprised? Stop beating around the bush. What do you want? I'm not interested in playing cat and mouse. Maybe because you would be the mouse in this game? Well, then let's get straight to the point. This note shows that you supported the rebels who want to free Erir. You wanted them to succeed. Rebels? That's a ridiculous term for a group of young people who are the only ones to think straight. They didn't want to condemn one of our brothers because of pointless accusations. Dendayar made a serious mistake when he exiled them, of all people. Dendayar just wanted to keep the peace in the village. At least that's what he says. Peace. What is it worth when it's preserved like this? You did these fine young elves a grave injustice when you prevented them from freeing Erir. There was no heroism in that. Nonsense. I prevented a terrible raid. It wasn't a raid. It was a rescue attempt. They didn't want any bloodshed. But be that as it may, we will have to agree to differ. Why are you here after all? What do you want? Maybe you have simply lost your way in the mountains. No, to be honest, I came here to see Erir. I have to talk to him. Is that right? Well, then it's very unfortunate for you that he is imprisoned in the tower. You should talk to the guards there. Maybe they will let you talk to him. Yes, I talked to him, but he didn't want to talk with this Aril standing right next to us. Probably he had good reasons. What did you want to talk about with Erir, or is it a secret? Erir has a special gift, but I'm sure you already know that. I seem to have a similar gift, or could also be a curse. Anyway, we met in one of my dreams. He asked me to come. I suppose he wanted to tell me something about my gift. Astounded. That's the last reason I would have expected. Erir had always hoped to meet someone who would at least understand him a little. I think it would be really good if you two had the chance to talk about this. That may be, but Aril said he wouldn't allow any more conversations. Well, what's the problem? If Erir can't come to you, then you should go to him, to his cell. What? Must have misunderstood something, right? You don't mean that I should. Why not? Down there you would have enough time to talk. After all, you don't have to commit a serious crime. I'm sure you'll find a minor infraction that won't cost you your head. But even if I followed your insane advice, what am I supposed to do with Erir's information when I'm in jail? Well, if you and Erir join forces, you may be able to escape. If you can't do that, then you'll have to stay there for the short sentence you'll probably get. You just want me to help Erir escape. Amused. Really? And what if you're right? Wouldn't you also do everything to help an innocent friend who was imprisoned? It hurts me deeply to see how they trample all over justice in Caer Estel. So you're really sure that he is innocent? I've known Erir for a very long time, and I'm sure he deserves my trust. It can't be good for our community to shove innocent people in jail. I believe that most of us regret the things that have happened. However, the situation has escalated so much that there is no easy solution. I see. But if we try to escape, innocent people could get hurt. You'll have to make sure that this won't happen. I'm sure you'll find a way, as Erir wouldn't want to hurt his brothers and sisters either. Your optimism is astonishing. It was your fate to come here, and it is your fate to leave this place again. With Erir. And what kind of infraction am I supposed to commit? Helion wrinkles his forehead and he thinks hard. Suddenly he laughs. Oh, I could think of one or two things that would not be regarded as a capital offense. Well, we will see. I'm sure you'll find something. You just have to be creative. Okay. So now that we've found him out, I wonder if we can turn him into, what's his name, Dendayar. Let's go give it a shot before we commit an infraction. Oh, he's still talking with Elir. No, guess we can't talk to them any longer. Okay. So probably the best way to go about this is to go in here, get the ink bottle, and spill it all over one of the books. You get the most XP for that. Whoops. Now, you get a slightly lower amount of XP if you do this. Oh my, the little birdies are gone. We got 180 XP. So she said something about us going to prison now. And here we have merged with the path from before when we joined the rebels. What have I done to deserve this? You have committed a crime against the order and people in Caer Estel. That's ridiculous. I've done nothing to deserve this treatment. I just let some birds go. Alright, that's no way to treat a lady. See, I'm in. Entering the code. Code? You fool! You will go to prison for that! Okay, so we let some birds go, and now we are in prison. And we have this bedroll. I feel like taking a nap right now. Oh, not until we talk to Erir. Here's the fragile bed. I can't sleep in this bed, but we can certainly bash this thing. And when we do, we acquire a long pointy piece of wood, which we will need later for this control panel. But first, we have to talk to Erir, and we have to figure out what this code could possibly be, because we couldn't see what it is. Now, we've already spoken with him in another episode, so I probably will link back to it. And then, I guess, so if, you know what, I'm going to link from when the split happened, and then it's going to link back to the episode when they both joined together within the playlist. I'll put some links there. So if you're watching this in the playlist, I guess you'll have a choice. So anyways, I guess this will be the last episode, since this is the bonus episode for a while. If you're watching this in the playlist, you will go on to the next episode where the two branches have combined, and then you can watch the rest of it. In the meantime, this is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen. Mach's gut. Vielen Dank. Tschüss.